Adam here from the Walser Automotive Group, and what I want to do today is show you around the new 2025 fully redesigned Buick Enclave. So we'll look at the exterior, some of the stuff on the inside, and see if this might just be the perfect third row SUV for you. Let's begin by looking at the exterior on the now 2025 Buick Enclave. So this was a complete redesign. You'll notice the grille up front is going to look more similar to the Envista and the Envision. So this is Buick's look going forward, and I think it looks really sharp on this Enclave. Now, with the redesign, this vehicle obviously went through some big changes, one of those being this now 2.5-liter turbocharged engine. But what that means is a little bit better fuel economy, and it is plenty zippy out on the road. So the Enclave does have a bunch of different drive modes you can go through, so you can kind of fine-tune your driving experience to maybe be a little bit of off-road, or if you're towing, there's lots of capabilities to set up that way with the new turbocharged power plant. Now from there, speaking of towing, with the tow package, this can tow up to 5,000 pounds when properly equipped. Now this is also an all-wheel drive vehicle, so there is a front-wheel drive option, and there is going to be 3 different trim levels. You have the Preferred, the Sport Touring trim, and then what we have here today is the Avenir. So this is pretty much as loaded up as they come, and this one, as far as the price point is concerned, the MSRP is going to be right around $59,000. So from there, this one also gets the 22-inch wheels on the exterior, and it's actually got active dampening. So I noticed the ride is incredibly smooth out on the road, especially here in Minnesota where it's road construction season. That was definitely a bonus to jumping up to the Avenir trim. Now you also notice up front the new design for the LED headlights. As well, this one will get parking sensors. So in the front and in the rear, this will also get a 360 view camera, so it does make it really easy to park. Now from there up above, you do get the roof rack rails, so if you do want to throw the crossbars up there, if you're into the kayaking or mountain biking, you can certainly do that as well. So let's hop inside, because obviously if you're shopping for the Enclave, you're probably wondering about the second and third rows. So let's jump in there and we'll take a look. So starting here in the second row, obviously the Avenir is going to have the leather appointed seats, and this second row will be heated. So you will get that when you move up to the Avenir trim. As well, there is a third zone climate control back here, and you're going to have USB charging, and these seats do move quite a few different ways. So there's a little button on the side, or actually on the back of the seat, and what that does is it will slide the seat forward. So if you've got a child seat hooked in, you don't have to remove it. It's not going to flip completely down. It will actually just slide, or there's handles down below. So I can actually slide forward and back, which makes it really easy for the third row to access and gives them a little more space if you've got a taller passenger in the back. Now the Enclave will be a 7-passenger vehicle, so with the captain's seats, there's lots of room to sneak through the middle here, or like I said, you can fold these seats down, but what's really cool is there's actually power folding buttons in the back. So when you open that power lift gate, you're actually going to notice little buttons on the side, and you can fold the third row, which will go up and down by power, or you can just fold the second row down, but you would have to walk around and flip them back up. Now in the third row, I was actually surprised just how much room is back there. You've got cup holders, there's USB-C charging for everybody, and there is, like I said, 3 seats back there. So if I move these up a little bit, I mean, even at 6'1", I've got knee space, I've got lots of headroom in here, and I can still fit into that third row. So storage in the back is actually really good. I was surprised, because sometimes with the third row SUVs, you lose a little bit of that storage space, but you can actually open up the little cubby down below, and there's a huge cubby down below that, so you get even more hidden storage space there. And if you need, it's a 60-40 split, so you can fold down one side or the other if you're hauling stuff, if you're not hauling people around. Now, one of the biggest things in this package, the panoramic sunroof. It certainly opens it up, especially with the all-black interior. That is a really cool feature, as if I was gonna ride in the second row, that is something that definitely opens it up and makes it a lot more airy in here. But let's hop up, we'll check out the driver's seat. Okay, so behind the wheel of the Enclave in the Avenir trim, it's gorgeous in here. They did a great job with the redesign. A 30-inch infotainment display. Now one side is going to be your digital cluster here, and the other side, why am I holding my phone? Because it's got wireless Apple CarPlay, and I've got wireless charging down here. So it's also got wireless Android Auto. It makes it so easy when you're on the go. Things like text messaging, Google Maps, Spotify, it's all built into the screen, and it makes it very safe and convenient to keep your focus ahead, so you're not messing with your phone when you're on the go. Now, one of the coolest things in here, you'll notice this is kind of like a floating center console. So it's got a huge storage space down below for your purse or anything else you need to throw down there. There's a huge center console in here as well. And then they just kept the volume knob. So it's not only on the steering wheel, you can control the volume or turn the infotainment off that way. So that is a pretty cool feature with the large cup holders here. Now this will also get the dual zone climate control, and I love the layout in the dash. It's kind of like a turned or brushed aluminum. This Avenir does get the upgraded Bose sound system, so it's even got more speakers in here and does sound really good. So with this infotainment display, there's so much. You could spend an hour going through it all, but it's got Amazon Alexa built in. There's trailering settings, like I mentioned, so it can actually memorize your trailer, which is really cool if you got the boat you're towing to the lake or anything else. And it's got auto park assist. So if you click that, it would actually help you exit or park into a space. But with this backup camera, if you hit something, you'd have to be trying really hard. So you can actually click the camera button here. It gives you a standard overhead side view. That's just out the front camera. The back camera's got your standard overhead side or even a hitch view, so you can really see what's going on all the way around the vehicle. A couple other cool things, it's got ambient lighting control, so you can pick what color you want in the car. There's so much cool stuff in here. It's definitely a huge upgrade to the infotainment screen. Then on the other side, right here on the steering wheel, you can control to see your adaptive cruise control, or this model is equipped with the Super Cruise. So that's something like 400,000 mapped road miles that would be hands-free driving. It will do auto lane change assist for you. It's really cool. I've used it a couple times in the past before, and it does make kind of an easy cabin trip or an easy highway drive. It really does take a peace of mind away from having to focus so hard on the road, especially if you're doing a long road trip. So that's a pretty cool feature there. Or you just have the standard cruise control, and then Google Maps is built in here, so it will give you your directions, all that stuff. It's so cool. I love this new infotainment display. It does make it easy on the go. Now this one's also got paddle shifters. So there's different drive modes you can select. There's a sport mode you can go into, so you can use the paddle shifters. And with the turbo and the all-wheel drive, it is pretty fun to drive for a third row SUV. So there's also gonna be massaging, heated, ventilated seats. It is so comfortable. Plus you've got the full heated steering wheel in here. It's a little bit thicker of a steering wheel, which I really like. And the heat on the wheel, especially in those Minnesota winters, paired with the remote start on the key fob that comes standard, it is so cool and definitely makes it convenient and easy to use all year round. So overall, the Buick Enclave, if you're looking for a three-row SUV, something that you want to be comfortable, something that you want in luxury, like I said, it's such a luxurious cabin in here. There's so many well-appointed materials, all the equipment works so well, and the cool technology. I think if you're in the market for a third-row SUV and you're looking for something that's got great style, great tech, you have to get out and take one of these Buick Enclaves for a spin and see what you think. So that was just a quick look at the 25 Enclave. Now if you'd like more information or to schedule a test drive, you can visit us online at walser.com or stop by anytime. We'd be more than happy to help you out. Thanks for watching.